Let's now start making things in SOLIDWORKS, and for that I'll go to this sketch tab and I'll select this sketch tool. So I'll select this sketch tool, and now you just need to select a plane. So we have three planes: the front plane, the top plane, and the right plane in the drawing area. You can select any one of these and you can then start making things on that selected plane. Also, you can go to the feature tree and select the plane from here, or you can go to feature manager and select the plane from here. In this case, I'll select front plane, and the view will become parallel to the front plane, and we can start making things. For example, I'll go to this rectangle tool, then I'll click on this origin and I'll let go my cursor. Then I'll click again, and here it is. We have the first rectangle. Once you are done with this, press escape key and we have our very first sketch here. So that's one way of starting sketches. Now, if you want to exit out of this, click on this close sketch option, or you can also click on this exit sketch option here. So any of these options are fine. So I'll just click here, exit sketch, and we are now out of a sketch environment and back into the features environment where you can use this sketch to make 3D geometries. Now let's do this one more time. But this time, instead of selecting a sketch, I will select a drawing object directly. So actually we have all of these drawing commands. I'll select the circle, and once again it will prompt us for a plane. And as you can see, planes are not highlighted here in the drawing area. So I'll just orbit my drawing slightly, but still the plane is not visible. So in these kind of situations, you can go to this feature tree and select a plane from here. So we have the front plane, we have the top plane, and the right plane. So maybe let's select the right plane now, and your view will align with respect to the right plane. Let's click at a point and add a circle. Here we are. We have the circle, press escape key, and we are out of the circle command. Now we are still in the sketch environment because we have this icon here. So as long as this exit sketch option is available, it means we are in this sketch environment. So since we are here, let's add more sketch geometries. But now, instead of selecting a sketch from the sketch tab, I'll simply type S. S is the short key for the shortcut panel. So I'll type S, and this shortcut panel will show up with most popular sketch tools. Now you can again start maybe a rectangle, circle, line, or any other sketch tools from this short key, or you can also add your own favorite set of tools and start that from here. Now in this case, I'll just select this rectangle, then I'll click at 2 points, and we have the rectangle. Let's press escape, and here we are. Now we have again 2 geometries. So this shortcut panel is really great because, well, you can just add your own favorite set of tools or the tools that you frequently use here, and in that way you won't need to go to these panels every time you need to select a favorite tool. Now, if you want to add or remove your favorite set of tools on this panel, then you need to go to the customization. So for the customization, go to this gear icon, click this arrow, and select customize. Now select shortcut bar tab, and look at this. Here we have the sketch shortcut. So on this sketch shortcut, these are the tools which are already available. I'll go to this toolbar area. I'll select one of the toolbar from where I want to import some, well, tools. I'll go to sketch, and from here I'll import this point tool. So I'll just select it, drag it, and drop it here. And the point tool is also added now. So now we will be able to add points as well using this. Click OK, and now the sketch palette or the sketch toolbar now has this point tool. Let's try it again. So I'll type S, and here it is. Let's click at a point, and now if I click, well, we have the point. Again, click and click to add several points. I'll press escape. Now we have already added several sketches here. Let's select them all. So I'll click at a point here, and I'll make a window which looks like this. So click, hold your cursor, make a window, and now press delete key to delete those sketches. So we only have the circle now. Let's exit the sketch. So I'll click on exit sketch, and we are out of sketch environment. One more time. Let's orbit our drawing slightly so that we can see everything that we have here. All right, so that's the circle and the rectangle which we created. Now these 2 sketches are also added here on the feature tree. So we have this sketch 1, which is basically the rectangle, and this sketch 2, which is this circle. Now, if you want to make it very descriptive, you can add a name for these. So in this case, I'll right click here on sketch 1 and I'll select rename tree item and I'll call it REC, short for rectangle, and enter key. I'll go to sketch 2, right click, rename tree item, and I'll call it circle and enter. So here we are. Now we have much more descriptive names for these. All right, now let's talk about converting it into 3D. For that, I'll go to feature and here I'll select extruded boss base. Now I'll select the sketch, which is the circle. So I'll select the boundary of this sketch and that's selected. Now it is automatically converted into 3D, but you can specify a height here simply by grabbing this arrow. We have other options as well. For example, you can add a specific height here. You can add the direction, but we'll talk about that later. In this case, I'll just grab this arrow and add a height randomly. And then I'll click on this green check mark to finish this. All right, let's do it again. So I'll go to extruded boss base and once again, you can select the rectangle. But in this case, as you can see, when I'm selecting the rectangle, it's just selecting the boundary and just this line only. So if you don't want that, if you want to select the entire sketch, then I'll press escape first and I'll go to extruded boss base. I'll expand this and instead of selecting the sketch line, you can now select this rectangle from here. So click this rectangle sketch and that will be selected. So you can select it from the feature tree or directly from the sketch area. Now let's press escape key one more time. And now I will select the extruded boss base feature, not from the feature tab, but from the shortcut panel. So I'll type S again, and this time I'm not in the sketch environment. I am currently in the feature environment. So I'll type S and once again, we have a shortcut. So this shortcut panel now has tools related to the features. So we have the boss base and all the other tools here. Now, if you want to select a tool, click, it's selected. You can select the sketch from here or from here. And then once again, you can add the height. Once you are satisfied, click this green check mark and we are done. So we now have this second object converted into 3D. Now, once again, if you want to add your own custom set of tools here as well on this short key, then you can go to customize here or you have other option as well. So let's do that. So I'll type S and let's see what the next option is. So I'll right click anywhere on this shortcut panel and we have the customize. So you can click here, that will take you directly to the shortcut bar. So you can just right click on this shortcut panel and it will take you to the shortcut bar, or you can go to customize from here and then go to shortcut bar. It's completely up to you. Now, since we are here, we have the panel, we can once again select the toolbar. For example, maybe in this case, let's go to 2D to 3D. And from here, I'll just add maybe this tool. So I'll drag it and drop it here. So the tool is added. I'll click OK. And now we have it here on the shortcut panel. So I'll just type S again and it is now available for us. Now in this case, I don't want to keep it here. So I'll just remove it. And to remove this, you once again need to go to the shortcut. So right click here, customize, shortcut bar, select it and drag it outside. There it is removed. Now we have also added our own tool on the sketch bar. So for that, you don't need to go to sketch environment. You just need to click on this sketch and this will show you the sketch shortcut panel. So from here, I'll just select the point tool, which we added in the example just a couple of minutes before. So I'll drag it and drop it out. So again, we are left with the default tools and I'll click OK. And that's the short key. And this is how you can start making simple things in SOLIDWORKS.